it's not a Monday, and it's not a Friday. So we really have to get good trades from the market. Now per week, if you can get at least 3 good setups and make at least $1,000 from each setup, you'll be good to go. But then again, this is trading. The results are not always guaranteed. But if you're new, find the channel for the first time, welcome. We trade the NASDAQ over here. If you're returning, welcome back. You already know what's up. Don't forget to hit that like button, turn your post notifications, and subscribe to the channel. Now, today's mission is simple. We're gonna stay put on these charts, analyze the market, and find those good setups. Now, I will dedicate this session to trading the NASDAQ, US30, and gold. But so far, I can only see a good setup on gold. NASDAQ is not looking good. All right, so it's around 12:30 right now, and I've just been looking at this chart. What I want to do is update the free group, let them know the setups that I'm looking at. Right now, the only thing that I can see that's looking nice is gold. And just according to our weekly analysis, we're looking at a trend line on gold, expecting the market to break out of that trend line and continue with its upward movement. Now, this trend line is really important because a lot of traders will look to sell at the point where the market is going to tap the trend line, but they're forgetting the overall trend. So we want to try and trade that movement and also the close of the gap. But let's go onto the chart so I can explain the trade better. We have this trend line right now, and the market is currently heading towards this, what I would like to call a resistance area, right? Because we're on an uptrend. A lot of traders are looking at this as a support area on the mini downtrend that we just have there, but the overall trend is upward trend. So I look at that as a resistance spot, right? What we want to do is to see the market breaking out of that area, because that itself has already created liquidity for a lot of traders. A lot of traders, if they cannot see what the market is doing, there's a high chance that it's going to break out of it. They're going to sell their positions here. They're selling at a support area because it's on a downtrend, forgetting the fact that we also have a trend line. That area is the reason why I would actually want to buy, so that their stop losses can be taken out. I always use this type of strategy where I want to do opposite of what everyone else is actually doing, right? So the next confluence that we also have is that gap. There's a high chance that the market, if it pushes out of this line and has broken the trend line, it's going to actually close the gap. So that is why I actually want to buy gold at this very moment. So we're going to just wait. So we want to just wait. We have 2 minutes 40 seconds for the candle to close, right? So before the candle closes, if the candle closes bullish, which it is going to close bullish, as you can see, we just have 2 minutes 40 seconds left for it to close, and that's the 4-hour time frame. That bullish candle is already showing me a lot of momentum, that the buyers are currently in control of this market and they want to keep pushing the price higher. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait. Let's just wait for 2 minutes. As soon as the market closes, I just always want to wait for confirmation. You never know. You never know. Volatility can just happen and it might end up closing bearish, which is highly unlikely. But let's just wait and let all of our entry criteria be ticked up, right? So all right, guys, that is it. That's 2 minutes up, and we want to go into our trade right now. As you can see, the candlestick has closed bullish. Always want to wait for your setups to be confirmed. For that reason, now I can confidently say that I'm entering this gold buying trade because the 4-hour candle has closed bullish. All my criteria, everything that I want to see has been confirmed. I have shared the setup with the free group. Anyone who wants to join me, over 10,000 members, they can actually just simply join this setup and let's ride this movement together. And I will target the close of the gap. I want the market to close the gap, and my stop loss will just be, let me see, my stop loss will be right below this swing point that it just created here. I also want it to be inside the trend line a bit, right? So maybe we might see a little bit of a drawdown first, but then you never know. This is the market, right? It might just start pushing up to the top, but I do expect maybe a little drop into this area. So I'll allow my trade to breathe a little bit before I can actually just be confident to take in a lot of trades. So that's it. The only thing we need to do now is to simply wait and see what the market eventually does. All right, guys, so it's been a really hectic trading day for me today, but as you can see, we are up in profit on our gold trade right over here. So what I want to do is to just quickly update the free group, right? I need to send this into the free group right now because anyone that has joined me is sitting in good profit. This was an absolutely beautiful trade, and remember that I sent this almost around 1 p.m. if I'm not mistaken. It was around 1 p.m. and right now it's just 4 minutes past 5 o'clock, And as you can see, the trade has moved up in profit. We are sitting pretty good, but it has not yet closed our gap that we're actually targeting, right? It hasn't closed the gap. So obviously the trade does still have a lot more potential to keep pushing up to the top, and that is what I'm actually looking forward to. But then our $1,000 per day target has been hit with just the gold trade. We are currently sitting at 380 pips on each of our trades, which is absolutely really beautiful. I did not expect the market to just move up like that with so much momentum at the pace that it actually did. I thought it would play out, probably drag it till tomorrow, but gold just absolutely shot up to the top. So what I want to do, what is not good right now, is I haven't shared a signal for the inner circle. That is my top priority right now. I've just shared this update with the rest of the team, but the inner circle does need a trade. So what we're going to do is we're going to analyze NASDAQ. So I'm going to just leave the gold trade running on this screen, and let's do NASDAQ on this particular screen. I'm going to actually start with the NASDAQ on the 30-minute time frame. And what we're seeing right now is a little rejection that's forming. Why I'm using the 30-minute time frame is I need an immediate trade, right? We already made the overall analysis on the daily time frame. During the weekly analysis, we already know what we're looking for. We already have a bias. We already know we want to look for buying opportunities in the NASDAQ. So I'll drop over to the lower time frame so I can try and get those opportunities. What we're seeing is we have a little wick that is forming right at this level. So it's rather creating a support area, right? There's a reason why it just wicked up from that level, right? So I want to pay attention to that level. Maybe I could find a really good trade. Want to see a bullish candle first before I can buy this market, and then something forming here, then we'll probably ride up to this level. But then this zone is the only level that might just be tricky for me, because that could act as a resistance zone and then drop the market further. And if it does that, if I enter right at this level and then just right up to that zone, that will just give us no less than 30 pips, maybe 30 pips, and that won't be a good trade. It's not really an A plus setup. I really wanted to push up to the top, maybe to that level where we can get at least over 100 pips, 100, 150 pips. But let's just see how the market actually just plays out. I also will just like to share this setup with the free group. It's tricky, right? It's for a risky entry because of the reason that I just explained. It's going to be a risky trade because you won't be trading it for too long. It's not something that is suitable for me to really give as a signal, but let me just share this in the free group. Whoever wants to join can actually join, but if it plays out really well, we might end up also joining it, maybe if it breaks out of that level, right? All right, guys, so just roughly after like 15 minutes thereabout, we can clearly see that there's a little level that is forming right there. We're starting to see hopes of a little bullish candle in this area, and this is probably because of this zone. I'm really considering that as a support area because of the support that I have at the bottom, though. That's what weakens this level, so you wouldn't want to risk a lot on that thing, right? But what I'm just trying to do is to look for a trade for the day, right? We're not trying to really stay in for too long. So because that little bullish candlestick is forming there, I might just get a chance. Let's just drop onto the lower time frames. Let's see what we're getting maybe on the 5-minute time frame. I was a little late. If I had seen this bullish engulfing candle on the 5-minute time frame, I would have entered. But then again, we're still in the same zone, we're still in the same area. I would totally enter the trade, but then this is just for me. Let me just take the risk and let me just see how this trade eventually then goes. We'll buy it at this area because of the confirmation that we just saw on the 5-minute time frame. We have a bullish engulfing candle there, so I would totally like to trade that. And then my stop loss, this is a tight stop loss. My stop loss will go right in this area, and then we just want to ride the trade, right? We just want to ride the trade. We want to see what that plays out to be. Focus on me. Baby, can you focus on me? Yo guys, so after a lot of up and down in this market, it's been really playing around, goes up to the top, it comes back, it's just failing to break through this certain resistance area that we're having here, and for that reason I don't think it's a good setup. It's just still playing around. If it was a good setup, it would have given us something really nice, straightforward, no need to complicate up and down like this. So I guess it's one of those moves, but I have something really interesting to show you guys. So this is a student result. I don't know if you guys can see that, real nice. Let me just take it to the PC right here, and I'm super excited. I like to see when the members of my team are just winning and actually making withdrawals, showing you you guys that it's actually really possible. There are people that can learn these things and actually do it for themselves. So this is the second payout in May, right? So the last time he told me, let me just check this, let me confirm this on my phone. The last time he told me that he had gotten a payout was on the 7th of May, and today is just the 20th of May, and he has already gotten his second payout. I'm super proud. Shout out to you, Jean Uves. You have done absolutely great. I'm super proud. I'm super happy, super excited. Let me just share it with the rest of the team so that we celebrate our wins. We always celebrate our wins, no matter how big, no matter how small. We always celebrate milestones. This is a second payout in just 1 month. Absolutely gorgeous. On NASDAQ, there's nothing that's really happening here. All right, guys, it's a bit later. It's a bit later in the day, and you know what? I'm actually really tired of this NASDAQ trade. It actually then dropped back, as you can see right now on the NASDAQ. That's exactly what it did. It broke out of that area that I was looking at as a support area, which is really good. I didn't give this trade as a signal in the inner circle because it would have been taken out. That is exactly where I would have placed a stop loss for the inner circle, meaning they would have been taken out of the trade. And right now, as you can see, this is exactly where it was, and right now it's forming a new support area at this level right over here, right? And it's too late for me to eventually then give another trade, and it was already moved, as you can see here, but my trades are still running, and I'm actually running at minus $10. So I'm just going to go ahead and close these 3 trades on the NASDAQ, meaning we actually made minus $30 on the NASDAQ for today, and I'm absolutely not mad at all about that. As for gold, as you can see, gold has absolutely shot up, and I'm super happy that I did not just trade this gold trade alone or with the inner circle or anything. I traded this gold trade with every single one of you guys in the free group. As you can see, it's almost closing the gap. Maybe by the time we wake up tomorrow, it would have absolutely closed the gap, but I'm going to secure 2 of my trades. I'll close 2 positions and just leave 1 running, so that maybe if we close the gap, we will still be in the trade and all of that. But other than that, that is it. I've managed to make at least over $1,000, not on NASDAQ though, but with just gold, with just the gold trade that I've traded with all of you guys. And if you found this video very interesting, don't forget to hit that like button, turn your post notifications, and subscribe to the channel. You follow me with that. It's been Tino, and I'll see you in the next lit video. Love you guys.